the call on fourth down, the design on that final play you had on fourth down, and why were Cooper and Cobb not on the part of the field on the next play?
You mean the one to MG on the sidelines? Yeah, we had an opportunity outside to him. We had different routes going inside, so the ball can go any of 5 places on that play based on the coverage they get. And obviously in those 2-minute situations, those guys ran a lot of plays in a row, and each of those guys, particularly Randall, came up big at different times. So we had a great matchup outside. Unfortunately, we weren't able to cash in on it.
Is he a little bit more affected by that injury on the line? Because some of those throws didn't look like typical Dak Prescott.
Yeah, unfortunately, we didn't do what we needed to do in all 3 phases of our team today to win. Give Philadelphia credit. They played a good ball game. We didn't play well enough to win the game, and there were a lot of different areas that we have to get better at. There certainly were some things we did well, but it certainly wasn't good enough.
What did you think of that throwing the ball today?
I thought at times he threw the ball very well. Other times we weren't as efficient as we needed to be in the passing game.
It seemed like the offense was starting to get something going. There was a play or a fumble or something like that. How tough was it for you guys to really try and find something offensively in the third and fourth quarter?
Yeah, we just had the one fumble. Unfortunately, we lost that. That would have given us a field goal opportunity to get points there. And I just think in general, we weren't as efficient as we needed to be in the passing game. Obviously, they loaded up against the run. They did a good job. They came in with the idea that we weren't going to be able to run the football. I thought we tried to be persistent with the running game. It wasn't effective enough throughout. There were a couple of good runs here and there, but not consistent enough throughout the ball game. And then we had to attack them in the passing game based on what they were doing. And at times we made some big plays in the passing game, but other times we weren't able to convert like we needed to.
On the fourth down to Gallup, why were Cobb and Cooper not on the field at that point?
Yeah, we just talked about that.
Say why they were off the field.
Yeah, and sometimes in those 2-minute situations, they'd run a lot of plays in a row, and so the other guys were out there.
In Cooper's case, he was out for a stretch of 5 or 6 plays in a row. Either on that drive or the one before. Was he hurt?
He wasn't. We were rotating Tavon in there. Had a couple good opportunities with Tavon. Unfortunately, we weren't able to cash in on him.
Mark Cooper was not hurt, correct?
He was not hurt in the game, no.
What is your message to your team now?
Yeah, unfortunately, we didn't get the job done, and we all have to own it. I have to own it. The coaching staff has to own it. All the players and staff members have to own it and give the Eagles credit. And now we have to go forward. Unfortunately, we don't control our destiny anymore, but we do control our opportunity next week against Washington. So we'll get back in there. We'll clean up this game. We'll get our eyes forward. We'll try to do our part and finish up the season the right way.
Jason, on the third down call with Tony Pollard, that pitch play, the one where he fumbled, Zeke's not on the field. Are you comfortable with that call? Do you like that call?
Yeah, I don't want to get into the whole aspect of that call, but there's a lot of different things that can happen based on what they play. And they play a particular front, we can get to that play. If they play another front, we're going to run a different play in that situation. Zeke had gotten the ball a number of times, and he was, just needed a little bit of a rest there, and so he came out. Obviously, Zeke was a big part of our game today in that particular situation. The way we implemented that play, we felt good about what we got to. Unfortunately, we weren't able to convert on it.
You've consistently been so good in the running game with Elliott against this team. Were they doing anything differently defensively than they've done in the previous 5 matchups?
Yeah, I don't think dramatically different. They just had a lot of guys around the line of scrimmage the whole day. And when we play these guys in the past, you have to be balanced. You have to be able to attack them different ways. You have to be effective in the passing game and hopefully loosen them up a little bit. And at times we were today. Other times, the yards were going to be hard in the running game. They had a lot of guys around the line of scrimmage. They were doing a lot of stuff to stop our run, and that happens in the NFL. So you have to keep finding different ways to be able to move the ball and give yourself a chance to score some points.
I know you want to keep those timeouts, but do you ever think about calling one just to make sure Cooper and Cobb are on the field for that, or is it just so important to keep those 3 in the back?
Well, obviously we wanted to keep the timeouts. We felt good about what we had called. We felt good about what the matchup was. MG's made a lot of plays for us on that particular play down the field. So we had a good matchup. Unfortunately, we weren't able to convert on it.
So you've been on this team a long time this year, and you guys have heard as well as anyone. You think that the confidence you have in them about next week and what they have to do, and the confidence you have is going to get that job done?
Yeah, we just got to go back to work. Obviously, a disappointing day for us. We didn't get the job done, but we have to control what we can control. And that's our preparation leading up to the game next week against Washington.
You talked about in that final drive before you had that chance before to play to Austin, what that call was, and when that ball was overthrown, and then Gallup had a deep ball and wasn't able to hold on to it there, what those two calls were and the impact they had.
Yeah, again, so much of our offense is you have different guys that the ball can go to based on the covers they play and the matchups that you have. And in those two instances, we had really good matchups. We had good calls for what they were playing, and Dak let it rip. And unfortunately, we weren't able to convert on those. You know, if they had played a different covers, the ball probably would have gone somewhere else. So you want to give your quarterback options. You want to give him different places to throw the ball. Obviously, that was a really good drive. We were able to make a ton of plays on that drive and give ourselves a heck of a chance to tie the game at the end of it.
You guys had a chance to come in, win the division, play on the rest of the year. It's a little upsetting that your team didn't come out a little more aggressive, a little more assertive the first half.
Yeah, we just didn't play well enough early on in the ball game, but I do think we settled down. Defense settled down after those first couple of drives. Offense was able to get into a little bit of rhythm, and obviously it was a one-score game for most of the game. So, fortunately, we didn't get it done at the end of it.
After that second drive, I believe Joe Thomas, who was hurting with the knee, went out, and then also Chidobe Ruzio went out. Can you talk about those two guys not coming back?
Yeah, Joe was banged up, kind of coming into the game, so we were going to try to give him every chance to play, but unfortunately, the more work he got, we just felt like it was better to give Malcolm a chance to play in those situations. And, to be honest with you, in regards to Cheeto, we just felt like Jordan was going to give us a better chance at that point in the ball game. So Cheeto played a lot in the nickel situations, but we gave Jordan a chance to play in some of the base situations.
If you say after the Chicago game, that you thought your team was trying to do too much, certain guys were just trying to do too much, and so it didn't work against the Bears. Did you see that tonight? This was a case of the team trying to.
Yeah, hard for me to make that evaluation right now. I thought our defense did a good job settling down, after those first couple drives, and did a good job making stops in the running game and making stops, getting off the field on third down a number of different occasions throughout the game. Offensively, I do think we got into a little rhythm at different points in the game. A big part of what they were trying to do was to stop the run, so we had to make them pay in the passing game. At different times, we were able to do that. Certainly wasn't consistent enough throughout the game.
Do you feel like going into the next week you're coaching for your job security?
Yeah, the biggest thing we try to do is just we got to process this game, learn from it, move forward, and go have a great practice on Wednesday in our preparation for Sunday.
Isn't this more than just a disappointment, though? I mean, you could have clinched the division today. That didn't happen. It's not just another defeat.
Yeah, obviously it was a great opportunity for us, and we didn't get the job done. And, whatever word you want to use, we didn't get the job done, and everyone understands that. But, again, it's not going to come back. We've got to learn from it. We've got to move forward and win control next week.
Thanks, guys.
All right, good to see you guys.
Bring back